Horse Guy Mike here, going through the undercard races for Saturday's Kentucky Derby, looking at race 11. This is the Old Forester Bourbon Turf Classic. Mile and an eighth on the turf for 4-year-old and up. This is a really good turf race. We've got a lot of superstars in here. I do think there's one that kind of stands head and above the rest. And we're going to talk a little bit about that horse and some of the other ones as well. But first off, the horse that we're all thinking about, that's Colonel Liam. That's the 3-horse. Coming off of 3 straight wins, including the Pegasus World Turf, the most expensive Grade 1 turf race in the United States. So coming off of that one, won it really impressively, coming a little bit off the pace, came back, won a G2 at Fairgrounds as well, won that by a length and a half. Jockey Ivar Ortiz Jr., Todd Pletcher trained. You know, this horse had some good races last year. They tried him on a couple different distances and different tracks, but he seems to be moving right in form now. Posted back-to-back 97 Brisnet speed figures. Was able to close into, stay forwardly placed, but close into, good fractions there, soft fractions. Really has that key late kick that you want to see from these type of horses. Back-to-back wins, graded stakes. I think Colonel Liam is the horse to beat in this race. The horse that I want to take a shot with, though, is the number 4 horse, Ivar. His last race, he got 4th place in the Breeders' Cup Mile. The 3 horses that finished in front of him are all international horses, and they are all super impressive. And if any of them were in this race, I think that they'd be favored. That's Order of Australia, Circus Maximus, and Ivar was really the only one from America that was able to make any kind of move in that race. He got a 97 speed figure for that one. Before that, he was coming off of a win in the Shadwell Turf Mile, Grade 1. He got a 99 Brisnet speed figure there at Keeneland back in October. This is first off layoff. I think that is one of the big negatives for him. He could be a monster, but as the first, coming off layoff, facing really tough horses, I don't know if this is the spot where I want to take him. I'd be much rather trust someone like Colonel Liam, who's proven himself already this year and that he's already in peak form. Another horse to look at is the number 5 horse, Domestic Spending, Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt horse, coming off the Grade 1 win at Del Mar back in November. Again, another horse coming off of a long layoff and making a debut against a really tough field. You never want to discount Chad Brown coming off of a long layoff. They tend to come out of nowhere, but this horse has a big chance here. Beat another horse in this race, Smooth Like Straight out last time, and that horse, Smooth Like Straight, factors to be the main pace presence in this race. Another horse with a huge chance. Lost very close race to hit the road last out. Set good fractions, just got caught at the wire, posted respectable speed figures. So Smooth Like Straight is a good horse, has a chance. Domestic Spending beat him last year. So we'll see how the two of them battle out this year. The last horse we want to bring up is Digital Age. Had a really good, won this race last year, won the Turf Classic last year here at Churchill in September, went to the Breeders' Cup Mile and just got destroyed. So put a complete mark through that race, went way far back, couldn't close into it, just put a line through that race. And again, we're looking at horses who haven't made big debuts yet this year, who are coming off long layoffs and are debuting against really tough company. Another Chad Brown horse, Javier Castellano on board. Again, with any Chad Brown horse coming off a long layoff, they could surprise you, could shock you. Had a really impressive 101 Brisnet speed figure in that Turf Classic last year. Had some impressive races before that, so would not be surprised at all if this horse, back at Churchill, back at the distance, same exact race, puts up a big performance, but just can't play him straight. Cross Border's another one. Had a 102 Brisnet speed figure last out. Only got 3rd place, though, in a very tough field in the Pan American at Gulfstream. Tyler Gaffleone rode him then. Ricardo Santana is riding him now. Not a horse that I'm looking to play. Lost to Colonel Liam 2 back in the Pegasus World Cup Turf. So Cross Border's one that could be utilized underneath, especially with his style. But I'm going to stick with Colonel Liam as a single on top here. I'm going to try to play Ivar and Domestic Spending and Digital Age underneath, hoping one of them can get that big layoff and make that jump up next. But this is a really good competitive race. Be really excited if any of these win. But Colonel Liam, I feel like, is the best horse in the field. Has a real bricks and mortar feel to him, progressing at the right time. And hopefully he can continue to take those steps forward this year and be a true turf superstar. All right, that's it for the undercard races. I'm Horse Guy Mike. Follow me on Twitter at Horse Guy Mike. We're going to be live tweeting the Oaks and Derby Day all day. Hit me up with any questions you might have or any of your thoughts on each of these races. I'd be happy to discuss those with you there. All right, best of luck and see you at the races.